Alright everyone, it's time for our first alt-tech exclusive of the day. Got to talk about Geraldo Rivera, who hasn't really been particularly relevant in a long time. He still does his fence-sitter shtick on the news. He basically plays a thinking, rational human being on TV. You'll remember Geraldo Rivera from such wonderful things as the Satanic Panic, where he convinced millions of people that if their kid was listening to Iron Maiden or playing Dungeons and Dragons, that they were probably worshipping the devil. Or the time that he opened Al Capone's vault, expecting to find it full of, I don't know, dead bodies and Tommy guns, or a pile of stolen cash, or you know, a bunch of liquor bootlegged or something. He expected to find something really cool, and so it was teased out for days before the whole world. And actually, to my knowledge, it is still the most popular single hour of TV that ever played during the Al Capone vault opening. And of course, at the end, there was like a couple of broken bottles, and it was otherwise empty. It'd be funny if he had dug down in the dirt, found Jimmy Hoffa or something, but that, unfortunately for him, didn't happen. He was very shamefaced afterwards. He wasn't very happy. Neither were the tens of millions of people watching live. Anyway, he's apparently he's thinking of running for the Senate, specifically in Ohio, where Portman or somebody is vacating, and there'll be an open Senate seat. So he's teasing out the possibility of a run. I'm thinking to myself, you've got a picture of you hanging out with Weinstein. That's not great. You've alienated Trump supporters by saying Trump caused an insurrection, but you've also alienated any possible liberal support by saying, but he's still my friend, and if he apologized, I'd still love him, and stupid shit like that. Just straddling the fence constantly, and then you fucked up real bad back in the 80s when you were known as the sensationalist who got punched by a skinhead. That's basically your claim to fame. That ends causing a witch hunt style satanic panic, or not causing it, but being one of the main promoters of it in order to grift and be an opportunist. Geraldo Rivera would be a terrible politician, just as he's a terrible person. I don't understand why anyone would even conceivably consider voting for him. And definitely, if he were to actually launch a campaign, I would definitely be team whoever the fuck is running against him. I wouldn't care if it were Hunter Biden at that point. Probably still do a better job, smoking crack and all. Geraldo Rivera is just a sleazebag. I guess on that token, he'd make a good politician. He'd make a very, very good senator from the optics standpoint, because he's just as much of a grifting hack loser as they are. It's funny, though, to see him constantly, like on Twitter. His Twitter's a mess. He'll make a tweet, like literally right next to each other. He'll be like, the Republican Party is fucking up so bad, but then the next tweet will be like, oh, but, the Democrats are fucking up too. I'm still Team GOP. It's like you're trying to be all things to all people. That can work within politics if you're capable of making it not so obvious. The problem is that's your fucking whole career. There's a million hours of Geraldo Rivera fucking up footage since the 1980s. And it was funny, that he was interviewing Charles Manson. He was doing the late night TV thing very successfully, by the way, in the 80s and 90s. He gets onto Fox. He becomes a contributor there. He's more intelligent than some of the people there, but I guess he can't be that intelligent if he thinks that he's actually going to make it if he runs. Now, I'm not sure whether he's officiated it yet, but he seems to insinuate that he's leaning towards an actual, honest-to-goodness, possible Senate career. Senator Geraldo Rivera, I don't think rings a bell. That's about all. Peace out.